welcome back. We're doing something a bit different today for Wildcat Wednesday. We're gonna play a game that I've been dying to play for a while, actually. I mean, I've already played it on this channel before, but I'm just gonna let you figure out what game it is. Like, I really love this game, but I was always wanting to play this version of it. Right.
Shit.
Well, that's what fucks up, isn't it? But yeah, it's Primal. Or should I say it's Saints? Okay, yeah, it's called Saints, this version, and it is Primal, but the Japanese version of Primal. And don't you start, fucking PS2. You were working perfect before. Don't fuck up now that I've started streaming, please. There we go. Like, I think my PS2 may be dying. I actually had to stand it up on its side to actually get it working. I've never owned a PS2 that is like that before. Like, usually, when you stand it up on its side, it does not want to work. But this one's an exception. So, I don't know. And yeah, it's all in Japanese, which you'd think might be a problem, but unless you've already played the English version and you know where all the menus are. But you can actually switch it to English mode, which is a fucking awesome thing. So it is pretty much Primal right now. And the main reason I've been wanting to play this version is there's some differences with this version. Like, the status display is always on. Let's switch that to dynamic, shall we? Widescreen is automatically on in this version, which is unusual, because they didn't do that for the English version, which was really weird. You had to actually switch it in the English version. And, right, it says camera tilt, I can't remember which one, but it's wrong. Like, it is inverted already when it says normal. Anyway, I'm just going to check something, because I'm not too sure if this volume is set right now. Just a sec. Oh, bloody hell, you know why my volume might not be set right for for my microphone? I had to fuck up. I didn't even have it next to my mouth. I had it, like, pointed upwards, because I was a dumbass. Anyway, wait, has it gone back to the main menu? Hope it hasn't. It has as well. You dick, don't be a dick, Saints. There we go. Feels weird calling it Saints. It doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, and because it's in Japanese, I had to press circle to select everything, which is not much of a problem since I have a Japanese PS3, so I've kind of gotten used to doing that. Well, we want the speech volume up. I've heard, I have heard some of the cutscenes in this, and they're very low. And I mean very low. So, yeah, we will need that up a bit. Anyway, it does still have this as well. When you hold all the shoulder buttons for 5 seconds, it still has the cheat codes, but they're all different. The Japanese version decided to have different cheat codes. So did the American version from the PAL version. So every version has different fucking cheat codes, and no one seems to know what the cheat codes are for the Japanese version. I thought they'd be the same as the American version. They're not. Because they have different... Well, they have... I think they have less letters for the Volca one, because I'm sure it's like... I think it's... midday or something like that. Something like that. Midday sun or something like that. But there's definitely not enough for that. And I think for the UK version, it's sunstone, and there's not enough letters. So they're all different, which is fun, because that means I can't really show you Volca and shit like that, which kind of sucks, unless I actually play this game all the way through. And since I'm already playing this game in the English version, I don't know if I'll be doing that, unless I do it like later on. Anyway, let's do this, shall we? Let's start this game. And I'm gonna actually... that's new. That was never in the intro cutscene, if I remember. Anyway, I'm gonna try and sound engineer while I'm doing this. Just a sec.
Say, mister, are you one of them badass rock stars?
Oh, Jen, you scared the crap out of me.
Sorry, babe. Hey, Lewis, what's up?
This huge freak in the crowd kept staring at me. Like some whacked out psycho.
Well, maybe you never checked out your audience before, but you guys don't exactly share the same fan base as Kenny G.
Oh, this was different. He looks seriously creepy.
Ooh, that reminds me. Grab your money and let's split. We gotta go visit the landlord. Come on. If we don't pay him tonight, we're gonna be living in a box.
Ah, Jen. You never used to complain. I think we're growing apart.
I'm 21 now, Louis. Too old to be living like a bum. Plus, I'm gonna need study space once I start college. No autographs. Creep.
Good night, guys. See you next week.
See you, buddy. What's that thing?
Hey! Hey, don't make me hurt you, man.
Right. We'll find out if the loading times are any better in this version. Like, I've got to admit, Jen looks really, really strange in this version compared to the English version. I know they tried to pretty her up in this version, which is kind of insulting to the character, really, if you say that. I know they tried to pretty up the demon forms as well, so I don't know if I'm going to like them that much. But I have heard that this plays a lot better than... like, it looks better and plays better in certain areas compared to the PAL version. I don't know about the American version, I've not played that one. But imagine the PS4 version is the American version, and I own that, so...
Is this your Jane Doe?
Yeah, came in 2 nights ago. Hasn't come round yet. She's a fighter, though. I've lost plenty with injuries less than hers.
5 broken ribs, lung punctured in 2 places, ruptured spleen. What'd you do, get hit by a truck?
Yeah, she left some nightclub with her boyfriend. Looks like a gang jumped them. Left her lying outside the club. They found him several blocks away. He's in the room 3 doors down.
So, what do you think?
50-50.
Come on, Doctor. There's a coffee and donut downstairs. Need your attention.
That was one freaky dream. This a hospital? What the hell happened? Oh my god. I'm dead? No, 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 I don't want to be dead. Things were just starting to work out. Louis and I were just... Oh my god. Louis. What happened to us? Huh? What the hell are you? A bit short for the Grim Reaper, aren't ya?
You're not dead, Jennifer, but if you don't be quiet and listen to me, you soon will be. My name is, well, let's say you can call me Scree. I've been sent to find you, to show you some very important things and to enlist your assistance.
Right. Well, Scree, glad I'm not dead. But first you better explain how come I'm looking down on myself. She is creeping me out.
Your corporeal form, the one still lying there, is very weak, close to death perhaps, but not yet lost. That is only part of you. The other part, your spirit, that's you. I set it free from your body so that we could talk. In fact, now that it's free, you'll find you can travel to places you've never even imagined.
Right, so I'm like an astral projection or something.
Essentially, yes.
So what does that make you?
I am but a humble servant to my lady, and to you I'm a friend, someone you need to trust. Now quickly, you must come with me. We're both vulnerable here.
Okay, but only 'cause I'm intrigued. I've never been an astral projection before.
Okay, Jennifer.
What the hell? My God. What just happened? Where are we?
Questions. We're no longer in Mortalis. We've stepped through a rift gate into the Nexus.
Still, huh?
As I said earlier, your spirit is no longer constrained by flesh. You have left the physical mortal world and now stand in the Nexus, a convergence point for energies drawn from the four realms of oblivion.
Sounds like one of Lewis's fantasy novels.
This is real, Jennifer. I know you mortals think you're at the heart of everything, but believe me, you're not. Now please try to absorb all of this quickly. There really is no time to waste.
Okay, I'm trying. Just one thing, though. No matter where we are, you gotta stop calling me Jennifer. You sound like my stepdad. It's Jen.
I am to give you these. They are devices that will help you to learn of your true self. And if my lady is correct, they may afford us some protection.
What am I supposed to do with this?
It's a vambrace. They fasten around your wrists. Please, it's important that you trust me and just put them on.
I've just jumped out of my skin, left my body in some hospital, been dragged through a rift gate,
Rift Gate.
and I'm in oblivion. Vambrace? Not a problem.
Precisely.
Ooh, shiny. And pretty comfy for a pair of metal doodads. Could have been made for me.
They were.
So, how do I get them off?
You don't?
And this guy wants me to trust him. This lady you keep mentioning, who is she?
I serve Arella. She is all that is good and pure. She is strength and virtue. She is righteousness. She is nobility.
She's a person, right?
She is not a person. She is not mere flesh and bone, emotion and desire. She is one of two primal forces that govern the universe. She is order.
And the other would be...
The other would be Abaddon, the embodiment of chaos, lord of corruption and decay. He is my lady's eternal foe and the reason for my being.
Right. You know you're gonna have to introduce me to this Arella.
Oh, I shall, and she will be most relieved to see you. But first, I must show you more of Oblivion. Please follow me.
Scree, will all this start making sense anytime soon? Is there nothing you can say that won't leave my head spinning?
I think that perhaps your Lewis may have been brought here.
Lewis? Lewis here? You've got to help me find him.
Is it me, or does Jen's face look a little more gaunt than usual? Like, it's a lot, well, not a lot thinner because she'd be a skeleton if that was the case, but it feels a lot thinner, her face. And yeah, This is not normal controls. This is inverted. I'm sorry, but you fucked up. You have to... Wait a minute. I think that is still... You know what, it actually confused me that time, because now it is actually right, but, like, because I was so used to it being reversed just then, I was like, wait, what's going on? But yeah, I don't know what they've done to her face. I know what they've done to her nose, though. They've given her, like, plastic surgery with her nose. Like, it's one of those, once I've mentioned that, you will not unnotice that. Like, her nose in cutscenes just looks really wrong. I don't know what they've done. I think they've tried, like, tidying, like, the texture up to make her... I don't know, like, she doesn't seem to have much texture in her anymore. But because they've put, like, fucking really darkened holes for her nostrils, it just looks really weird. Anyway. Oh yeah, if you're playing the PS4 version, half the time that fucking sky texture doesn't load. Which is nice, it's all well and good. And sometimes the bottom
Come on, this
sky
way.
texture, which is, if you look below, won't load as well, it's just grey. That, I think it's an emulation glitch or something like that, but I will say something though, it does feel like it looks a lot better, this version. Maybe it's just me, but it feels smooth.
So, they got one of these.
With the might of chaos and order eternally battling, a balance between them must also be fought for. Here at the heart of the Nexus is where that happens. Drawing in the two primal forces, governing, generating a safe parallel energy. That is the awesome responsibility of Kronos.
And awesome's the word for this gadget. Oh! There's someone in the middle of all that.
As I said, Jen, Kronos.
Jeez, he's looking at me.
Perhaps he can hear you, too.
Well... I'm sure the guy's doing a great job in there. On there. Oh my god, Scully, he's plugged into the damn thing.
It is an ancient machine, with Kronos living at its heart. There are 4 realms in Oblivion, Jen. 2 aligned with order and 2 with chaos. Each realm has its own natural balance, eternally generating the right levels of primal energy, which is drawn into the Nexus and fed through Kronos to Arella and Abaddon. Kronos has eternally governed with wisdom and impartiality, channeling balanced strength to them both. Without him, the Nexus, Oblivion, and your Mortalis wouldn't exist at all. Simple as that.
You know, if I was as wise as this Kronos, I'd find a cushier job. Pull out the jacks and swing in the hammock for a while.
For all our sakes, I trust your own sense of responsibility matches your distinctive sense of humor.
Distinctive good or distinctive?
Distinctive inappropriate.
Jeez, I'm being heckled by a troll. Is he okay? That doesn't look too healthy.
No. The force of chaos is overpowering him. Abaddon is putting his ancient plan into practice. A break with eternity. He's secretly corrupting the kingdoms of order, strengthening the realms of chaos, foolishly rocking the Nexus like a boat about to capsize. Just look at our guardian suffering to keep control. He may not last very long. Come on, Jen, we have no time to lose.
Okay, I'm coming. Just don't leave me behind here.
Right, if I remember, there's actually a tarot card there. Like, the main reason I know that is because One Extreme One Diva told me. I didn't actually know about it until she told me, and I was like, oh, really? Well, I didn't say it like that, though. Really? Bloody hell. My voice didn't break. But, yeah, like, there's an actual bit down here that I actually didn't even know existed. I mean, yeah, you'll know it exists in one of the fights at a certain point. But, yeah, like, well, it's only down there that you really notice. Because you don't ever really go here normally. But, yeah, there's a tarot card. Oh, yeah, shit, it's circle now, isn't it? I forgot about that. There we go. Tarot cards are hidden bonus objects from Nevermind. Oh yeah, the actual the compass, there we go, Jesus Christ. The actual compass looks a bit smaller in this one as well compared to the PAL version. Either that or I'm remembering wrong, maybe. But I don't know, the font looks a bit different as well for the gems and the lodestones. So maybe they changed that for some reason. I know they kept it always on if you didn't change it in the options for some reason, and I don't know why. Like, it kind of makes no sense. I mean, I will say one thing. Jen still looks okay. I don't know why they gave her contact lenses and made her face a little thinner and kind of took away her kind of, I don't know, her eye makeup for some reason. Because, to be fair, I think Jen looked fine before. She looked okay. It was part of the character. So. Loading times seem a bit worse.
It's no good. I'm gonna have to ask Scree.
Questions again. And if there's something I'd want you to ask, you never do. What, please?
These symbols.
Ah.
I presume you have noticed this.
Indeed, there is a remarkable similarity.
They are identical, you lunk. Louis drew the design for me just after we met. How come the symbols all over the place here?
I simply can't tell you.
Can't or won't?
It's branded on you, Jen, not me. I don't know everything.
It's not branded, it's just a tattoo, goddammit. Louis told me it was a ancient rune of protection. I just thought it looked cool.
Where did Louis see this symbol? It's very important.
He wouldn't tell me. Oh, forget it. Everything else going on, that ain't gonna freak me out. Come on, little guy.
Okay, don't mind me not moving there, but I had to kind of sort some of the volume out again. It may have been a bit loud when I was talking, so I don't know. Wait a minute. This texture feels a little different. A bit more green. Oh, it might not show up that. I don't know. Oh yeah, and that sky texture doesn't load up in the PS4 version, which is all well and good. There's a lot of things in the PS4 version that don't load up correctly, actually. Doors being one of them. Like, I remember the One Extreme One Diva was actually streaming this game for the PS4. Whoa, a bit of frame rate lag there. And, yeah, the doors in Aquis didn't load. Like, they were see-through when they shouldn't have been. It was kind of weird, let's just say.
Where are we now?
We have entered the kingdom of Solem. Time stands still in the four realms connected to the Nexus. In this realm, it is eternal night.
And let me guess. Eternal winter?
By nature, Solem is bleak of climate, but nothing too harsh for its people. The Ferai are strong and resourceful hunters.
You say hunters?
The worlds of Oblivion are each inhabited by a different race, and yes, the Ferai are fierce, sometimes brutal, but they are fundamentally good. You're going to meet a lot worse, I assure you.
Splendid.
Solem and its people have always been aligned with order, providing my Lady Arella with power.
But now things have gotten screwed up, right?
Yes, thanks to Abaddon's villainy. His interference in the realms is drawing all the primal energy to his side and starving my lady of her very existence. In truth, neither side can survive without the other, and soon everything will be destroyed.
So the guy's trashing the status quo, creating chaos. Guess he's doing his job.
And we must do ours, so just listen.
Oops.
I'm sorry. You must forgive me for that, Jen. So much more will become clear to you, child, but we've so little time.
Hey, look, don't sweat it. I'm fine. So what's to be done here? Let's get on with it.
Thank you, Jen. Right, now, what we've got to do here, Jen, is, I haven't the faintest idea. But I do know Solem has been tainted by chaos somehow, and we have to restore the natural order. I told you the Ferai are violent, but they live as a basically peaceful clan with rituals and art, for example, a structured society. The one crucial thing for the race is their king. In Solem, the king has huge authority, awesome strength, but he must, without fail, sacrifice himself at the height of his power and pass the throne to his heir.
Gruesome.
Ah, yes, the burning crown, the traditional method of royal sacrifice. Failure of the king to abdicate his power would devastate the land and lead its people to ruin.
Ruin as in...
Precisely. The king here is Hearn, strong, deadly even, but always a good leader for his people, I believe. A Ferai king like any other through eternity. But some time ago he was due to relinquish power.
And he's running for another term.
He is senselessly refusing to give up his rule, and so leading the Ferai to disaster.
So we check it out. Cool.
Yes. A sound plan of action.
Just wondering how the fuck you would say the the name of this game. Saints...
I'll quite happily
Seinaru
lead the way whenever you
Mamono.
like.
I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce it. I probably pronounced it like I butchered the fuck out of it, maybe. And I just realised they've kind of changed Jen's skin colour a little, haven't they? They've made it a little more pink, like than it used to be. I think they have, anyway. It feels like they have.
God, Gigasika.
That did not sound too friendly. Let's find another way around.
Why do I ever go back there? I can't remember now. It's been that long since I played bloody Solem, Jesus Christ. I need to actually not restart, but I need to start playing the English version of this again. Because I got up to Aether. And I need to do it. Because I've been saying I'll be doing it. That sounded... Why did I say it like that? I've been doing it. I've been saying I'd be doing it, but this PS2's been a bastard with me. Like, I only just got it working with this game, and it's working pretty well now, surprisingly.
You hear those growls, Scree?
That sounds like Malkai. They're primitive, territorial beasts. Huge teeth, fearsome claws, fond of the dark.
Well, that's it. We ain't moving. Oh, no.
I suspect they'd only be interested in devouring you.
Oh, great.
I doubt they'd find me too palatable.
Sure, you don't look particularly tasty.
Malkai are afraid of fire. I'll scout ahead, see if I can find anything.
I'll stay here until you get back.
Right, it's time to get the fucking fire. Fucking fire. I got a fucking fire right here. I do remember that being a bit more gory, but I don't remember him actually being in half. But I remember there being a bit more blood, maybe. They even changed the intro, which was quite interesting, actually, because that's a pre-rendered cutscene. And I didn't think they'd go out their way to actually change that and put the new gen in that as well. But they've even changed the kind of trailer thing that plays at the very beginning when you start the game up. Like, they've changed it to the newer gen, and I think they tried to get it as close as possible to the original, but I'm not too sure if it is exactly the same. Well, it's not when it comes to the character, because obviously what I've been mentioning. And I keep pressing the X button and it makes no sense, because it doesn't work that way.
This should keep those Malkai at
That's
bay.
really awesome looking fire. Oh bloody hell, I did not want to see that close into the fire. Jesus. But yeah, I always did think that the fire in this game looks really, really good. To be fair, all of this game looks really good. It's just a really good looking game. Right, so how do I turn to Stoner's Scree? Square? Oh. That is gonna be weird. But it's still triangle for the... yeah, for that. So why have they changed that? I thought they'd put it to X because... now select things is like circle. So... whoa! You just appeared!
Back, mangy
Oh fuck, man.
curs.
I don't think they'd change it to square.
I think that's it.
That's really weird. I'll have to get used to that.
I've illuminated the cave, Jan. It should be safe for you to enter.
Small point. Typical picky me. Should be safe or is safe?
It is safe.
Well done, big guy.
If that's the case, what is it to select Gen then? Oh, it's still select. Okay. So every other button is exactly the same by the looks of it, apart from turning Scree to stone. That's really weird. It's not something I would expect that. But hey ho, let's keep going.
If you need information, just ask me and I'll do my best to help.
Is it the same button? Yeah, it is. Okay. Right. By the way, what is the point of turning Scree to stone if you're actually playing as them? Is there any point? I never did see a point to doing it, actually.
You can look at my maps whenever you like. They're updated as we progress.
Sounds like a euphemism! Whoa, that was quite a bit of frame rate lag. Okay, I've been noting... no, bloody hell, I can't speak today. I've been noticing there's quite a lot of instances of frame rate issues in this one, compared to the PAL version. But it kind of makes sense because the PAL version doesn't run. In fact, no! What the fuck am I talking about? You can set the PAL version to 60 Hz, so yeah, no excuse there.
You know, being small and made from stone has some advantages.
It does?
Absolutely. I can climb up any stonework surface. Now that's something that might be useful to us, don't you think?
I guess.
I feel like some of the camera angles may be slightly tweaked in this one as well. Like, it definitely felt like that for the intro cutscene. That looks a little more greener than usual. Maybe it's to say, oh, open this, you dumbass.
Too high for me to jump.
What the fuck are you on about? I'm not trying to jump. Too high for me to jump. Not trying to jump. Thank you. But other than that, I'm not really seeing many differences
Help me out, would
right
you?
now. It does feel like it looks a little nicer. But that could be because the screen size, I don't know. Because I'm playing the NTSC version in a way.
Damn that wind!
Uh-oh.
Don't panic. They can smell fear, you know.
You're not on the menu here. I'll smell how I want. Shit.
It's Hearn. Don't worry. I can speak the demon tongue. Deus Safinta, Dwend Gen, Eb Ota Jimen Diarella, Eb Hivan Keferai, Ekta Sansetem Rekba.
This runt would have me believe you're an envoy of the goddess Arella. You look more like a sniveling half-breed to me.
Scree, I vote we're big enough to swallow the odd insult here.
Strangers, in these treacherous times. Should I drive you from my kingdom, or leave you to the Maokai?
Trust me, Lord Hearn. We're here to help you.
Help me? I suppose you must know the whereabouts of my son, then?
Well, no.
Then you are of no use. It was a night like this when Jared went missing.
But listen, I do know what it's like to lose someone. My friend Lewis was taken from me. Couldn't we at least help you look for Jared?
You seem ill-equipped to be helping anyone. Take this, and you may just survive the night.
Thanks.
I have no more time for strangers. I must return to the Great Temple. Perhaps tonight my prayers will be answered.
I guess we know what he prays for.
The safe return of his son.
Come on, Scree, we can do it. Let's find this Jared.
Fine, as you wish. I'll add him to the list.
Hey, why do you call me a half-breed?
Perhaps it's time for me to scout ahead again.
For the slightest frame then, Jen appeared... when it was just Hearn on screen, Jen appeared like for a split second and then disappeared again. Like, I don't know if I was the only one that caught that. Maybe the stream didn't catch it. I'm hoping it did. But, yeah. I have noticed something with the subtitles. They usually color code the characters with subtitles.
What you doing?
It's called a lodestone. They're important. You'll find out later.
You are one strange critter, Scree.
Yeah, like I was mentioning just there, all the subtitles are white now. So say like if you were deaf or something and you were playing this, you wouldn't really know which character was talking, which could be a problem. I mean, I'd imagine that's the reason why they chose to color code them, because sometimes the lips don't always convey what they're actually doing, especially if you can't actually see the lips, like on screen as they're talking. So it strikes me as a bit weird that they'd take that out. Though it could be because it's got the Japanese version as well as the English version in this. Could be. Don't know. Like, I've not tried it with Japanese subtitles yet. I might do that in after this.
I need to find a way to get Jen over here.
Yeah, I need to push that tree. Like, I'm gonna actually put it in Japanese mode after I push this tree, actually. I'm hoping I've got enough space to save, actually. It'd be bad if I don't. I should actually check that right now. Oh, I do. Awesome. I actually do have 2 memory cards, though, so I should have enough. It'd be awesome if I could load up my save from the English version, but obviously it's not compatible, for one. Alright. Well, at least I know I can save now. I don't know why I'm saving, because I don't know if I will be continuing this. But, yeah. Oh, come on, Screech. There we go. They've still not fixed...
Tree seems ready to fall at any moment.
They've still not fixed the issues when it comes to collision detection. Let's just say that. Right. I'm going to save it now, again. Because that makes sense. Did that just say 2007? Mind you, I don't keep my PS2 on at all times. And I think that might be the reason. Oh no, 2017. So it is right. Is there a battery in the memory cards? Because I don't see how that can save then. There must be. Didn't know that. Right. Let's change it to the Japanese language. Because I really want to know if they've done the same thing. Like if they chose not to colour code the voices, not the voices, the characters with the subtitles. Because that'd suck if that's the case. Like, I am kind of really liking this new loading screen. Because I think it looks better than the actual normal Primal, actually, the way it looks. And I don't know, I think the logo done like that looks better than the original. Like, if we got Primal in that kind of font, I mean, we kind of did, but it didn't look that good. If we got it like that, that would be awesome. Okay. Right. What am I doing? I wonder if it's got the same voice actors, actually, because I changed it in Japanese mode. Probably will. Wait, I can't go across that? Oh, that's weird. I thought I could. I can't change it to Jet? Okay, what's going on? Wait a minute. I can usually change to Jen after doing that. So what's going on? Like, for some reason I can't walk across here either. Have I broke the game? Have I broke the game already? Because I can't change to Jen either. And I can't walk across here, so... What the fuck, man? Maybe I can climb back up that way that I was? Yeah, my English is really not working out right now. I don't know why. Like, why can't I change to Jen? Is it my PS2 being a dick? Probably is. Oh god, the camera. Right. Let's try going back then. Because for some reason I can't go across the tree. Which is kind of weird. And I can't change to Jen. Like, where is Jen, actually? I don't know where she is. It says she's there, wherever there is. Have I broke the game? Was I not meant to save it at that point? Right. Okay.
What's next then, Scree?
I need to find a way to get you across the river. There's no other route.
I've done it! Okay, so I can't change... I broke the game. I didn't know you could break the game by doing that. That's a new one. Okay, so... if you're planning on saving at that point, don't do it. Because you'll break the game. At least I know that now. Okay. Luckily you can do this in this game. This is the great thing about this game. If you fuck something up, you can just reload. Well, you can reload a scene that you've already played. Which is good. I mean, it's a bit more backtracking to do what you've got to do again. But at least you can still fucking play. I think most games should do that, actually. The only problem is, because you replay a scene, you don't actually keep any of your items that you had. It only gives you items that it thinks you should have. Yeah, we've seen this. Oh, it's X now. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Don't panic. They can smell fear, you know.
Right.
Perhaps it's time for me to scout ahead again.
Perhaps it's time for you to actually work this time.
What you doing?
We know what he's doing.
It's
Yeah, it's X to skip in this one. That's weird. Because it's usually triangle. Wait a minute. It's usually circle to change him into stone. But it's square now, which is like the button across. And it's usually triangle to skip cutscenes, but now it's the button across, which is X. They just switched them to the buttons across. It's kind of weird. Okay. I'm hoping it isn't a PS2, being a dick. Because I have no way of getting past this.
I need to find a way to get Jen over here.
I can't even use the, what's it called? Scene selection. Like, do a cheat to unlock, like, other scenes, because, no one seems to know the cheats for this version. Which is good. There's nothing in it, was there? Why am I even doing this?
That tree seems ready to fall at any moment.
Let's push this tree over and maybe we'll actually get further in the game. Yep.
Should do the job
There
as
we
a
go.
makeshift
It's
bridge.
working this time. Yeah, so don't save after you've done that. Like, if Jen is still kind of stuck, don't save. Because, I can actually switch to Jen now as well. Oh, fuck. How far was she? Weirdly enough, that loading time didn't seem that bad. I thought it'd be worse than that. Like usually is. Hello, Scree, how do you do? Where are the enemies? There's usually enemies by now. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Ah, I think they're around here. It's only that Jen actually stayed put for once. That's a first. Ah, there we go. Is it the same buttons? Yes, it is. Well, I doubt they're changing to both buttons. Okay, they made these easier. 3 hits? I don't know. I'm sure that's way easier. I'm sure they take about 5 hits maybe, but not 3. Did they change the difficulty maybe a bit on this one? I know they changed that. Either that or it's still in the other version maybe. Oh, that's a bad glitch, that. That, if you save it after you've pushed the thing over but you've not actually walked across it, you can't ever walk across it again. That's quite a bad glitch.
So so many earthquakes.
The land suffers as a result of Hearn's poor judgment. Several moons have passed since he failed to relinquish his throne.
He didn't fail, Scream. How can he let go when there's no heir to take over?
Of course. Of course. Finding Jared could be the key to restoring the balance in Solem.
No shit. I'm wondering something about this game, actually. You know that, if anyone's seen my playthrough of this, the recent one, not the one that I started ages ago and then I could never continue, but, oh yeah, what am I doing?
Damn.
Did I actually
We'll have
colour
to find
code
another
that so
way
it'd be
in.
green, so it's like, oh, open. But, like, if anyone's seen that playthrough, like, in the Aquas part, there's a slight, well, not a slight glitch, there's a big glitch, where you can go through the wall and go out of bounds, as Scree. You can do it as Jen as well. I've done it once. It was a bit difficult to do, though, as Jen. But you can do it as Scree. You can go out of bounds when Queen Ino's, like, suffocating. And then you can go round the back of the area that you're meant to go to, and then go through it without using it. God, what's happening with the camera? And then go through it without using any lodestones. So I think you save about 5 lodestones. So it could actually be good for a speedrun, actually. And you can turn the thing and, like, you can complete that part without using any lodestones. I wonder if that is still in this version. I mean, if it is, then there's no fun. There's no fucking excuse.
We should ask these tribesmen if they know anything about Jared's disappearance.
Shoot.
Beagni, nedi vasus agap di kip gaxi kod volvek Jared?
Ip anot bot kapki. Obnon gianol ruledon vumila bapot vern klumpad. Obsa kernas Jared nukti.
Apparently Jared used to hunt here. Some time ago, the locals heard a terrible fight raging. Nobody's seen him since.
Yeah, the main reason I say there's no excuse for that glitch still being in it, if it's still in it, I don't know yet, is because I think they had quite a bit of time before they released this in Japan. And I'm sure they'd noticed that there's a certain part where you can literally just walk through the wall. I mean, you don't even have to try. Like, you can literally just walk through it. It is that easy to do. And you can break that part so easily because of it. And you can kind of exploit it to your own advantage as well. So if they've not removed that, I'd be very surprised. But again, I wouldn't be very surprised as well, because, I don't know, some of the glitches in this do seem a bit like lazy programming, maybe?
Looks like we've hit a dead end.
Don't remember her ever saying that. Right. It's time to pick up the... Scree feels a lot faster, actually. Like, in this mode. I mean, he always runs faster when he's carrying this, but he feels way faster than usual. Like, when he walks, it feels like he covers a bit more ground. Kinda weird. Like, the animation doesn't feel any faster, it's him that feels a little faster. But again, I could be just remembering wrong, I don't know. I don't mind talking during this one because it's just this. By the way, is it me or does Jen's top feel a bit more red than usual? Like, it seems a bit of a weird thing to change, but it really does. it feels like a wine red. Rather than a kind of, I don't know, kind of, the normal one kind of has a slight bit of purple in it. Okay, Jen, calm down. Calm down. You're not allowed to kick all the walls. I wonder if it still looks like he puts things up his ass when he like crushes those stones for energy. It really does look like he puts things up his ass, seriously. Right. The waste of time barrels. I don't think there's anything in them. They're just there to waste your time. In fact, I think they all are at this point, apart from a few lodestones, and that's about it. I'll burn your asshole. Right. Where am I going? I don't know, but the frame rate feels like it's dipping a lot more than usual. Maybe they did, like, clean up a few of the textures and change them a little. But in response to that, the PS2 can't handle it properly, because this game was graphically advanced for the PS2 to start off with. So, I don't know. Huh? Don't remember it ever quite out there. Mind you, I don't think I ever played as Scree at this point. Should actually play as Jen, because I think there's enemies around. Yep, there is. I remembered that right. Yeah, these definitely do feel easier. I'm even doing like normal combo moves on them. I'm not really doing anything special. Yeah, combo moves in the English version. Not always the best thing to do, because you can kind of get locked in them sometimes, and sometimes they can back away when you're doing them, even if you hit them, and then they can just wail on you and shit like that, so it's not always the best to do.
Now this isn't a good sign.
What is it?
It's a piece of a Ferai's horn. It has an engraved tip. The symbol is similar to one used by Hearn's family.
I guess we should show it to him then.
I don't know what they've done to Jen's textures, but she looks out of place now. Like, when you're playing the game, you don't really notice it, but in cutscenes, you notice it. Like, she looks too bright. Like, almost cartoon-like. I don't know what it is, but she looks really out of place. Like, now she looks okay-ish. I mean, from the back, she doesn't look too bad.
Could you give me some help here?
That sounded awful the way I said that. It sounded wrong as well the way I said that. From the back, she looks fine. But, oh, I never knew you could actually climb up that, actually. No, there's nothing around. But yeah, in certain cutscenes, she doesn't look right. I don't know what it is. I think they've changed some of the textures to make her not as defined in certain parts of the texture, and I don't know why.
I think we'll need to split up here. I can climb down. I'm afraid you'll have to find another way.
I've already found that way. My top is very red. Right. I think there's another one. Yeah. I really do like this game. It is one of my all-time favourites, this. Which is kind of weird, because I've not fucking completed it on this channel yet, and I should have done it ages ago now. I think I last played this game on the channel in March? Maybe? That's 2 months away, so yeah, I need to get on that again. Let's climb down. Maybe it's the lighting that's changed, maybe. Well, I know they've changed the face. That's a given, that one. But yeah, maybe they've changed the lighting and maybe that's the reason why she doesn't look like she fits in. Right. At least I always know where she is now because she's a lot brighter than everything else. She's like a beacon of hope. Right, let's go. Isn't this where I get the ferri power? Or is that a bit later? Oh wait, no, this is Davina, isn't it? There we go. It's Davina McCall. Does anyone still remember that name? Or does anyone even know that name?
Get down, someone's coming.
What's going on here?
Who's she?
Ah, it's Lady Davina.
Wait, Scree. I don't know who she is, but this does not look like a welcoming committee.
Casusdis is includi vit deos jaluenari.
Die job tu penny. Barduli alheg diden. Dur san jeep mop vedum bol hen. Deos nid jo pup kaverbe.
Tupid! Du lasso san pen, ati san apa.
No. I don't understand. Davina is known as a noble and just queen. Why would she have someone murdered like that?
Guess she ain't the gal she used to be.
The prisoner was no criminal. He was a shaman, a Ferai holy man. He spoke of uncovering Davina's secret and that there were others still loyal to Hearn. We must find out what he meant.
Wonder if Hearn knows about his wife's mean streak.
I doubt it, and I don't relish the task of telling him.
I think some of the textures are kind of changed for some of the characters because they feel a little bit more defined, but they seem to have made them less defined with Jen, which is kind of weird since she's the main character. But I don't know. Like, I know there's certain things that are different in this. I'm sure it is the texture work. And I think parts of Jen's model as well, because her face looks a bit more gaunt than usual. Like, it looks a lot more thinner. Either that or it's the textures that are doing that, because I know textures can go a long way when it comes to a model. Like, sometimes it can even make or break a model when it comes to textures. I know there's certain, like, Mario games where pretty much it's kind of all in the textures for certain characters and stuff like that. Or is it Mario or is it Sonic? I can't remember now. It's either Mario or Sonic, but it actually makes the model look way better than it should do, really, because it's not even that high poly if I remember. Anyway. It feels weird using the O button for this game. I'm probably going to get to the demon form. Like, showcase a bit of that. Showcase? Show off a bit of that. Then I might do a bit more for Wildcard Wednesday, because there's a few games that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just never got a chance to do it. And, well, I do today, and I think they're all Japanese. From what I remember, they are anyway. But I'm going to have quite an interesting time playing them, because... Oh wait, no, one isn't Japanese, even though it has a Japanese name. The actual game is in English. But I'm going to have a fun time playing the Japanese games, because it is going to be like that. Ah, dead. Now, one of them, I don't know if I can actually stream it with some of the content that's in it. It's a possibility I might not be able to, actually. Like, it's based off an anime, let's just say that. It's not Fate. So, because I know that was based off a certain type of novel, but it is not Fate. What am I doing?
Nope. We're not getting in this way.
It is actually an anime. Like, I think it had a manga as well. But, let's just say it's one of the animes that is one of the ones that I kind of really like. I don't know if it's one of my favourites. It probably is, but I don't know yet. I've not watched enough yet. But, yeah, it's kind of twisted, the anime, let's just say that. But awesome at the same time. It's twisted, sick, funny, and gory. And really weird as well. I've just described nearly every single anime going. Apart from maybe the twisted part, but mind you, I don't know about the sick part. I suppose twisted could mean sick, I don't know. But like, there's certain things in the anime, like, that I think are in the game that might not be able to stream. So, I might have to play it beforehand just to see if it's something I should skip before I stream it. Because the last thing I need is, like, fucking YouTube saying, oh, you're being a dick, you're not following the guidelines. Oh shit. So it still has this then. That issue with the camera there. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to check it out first. But last I remember, it did have a certain scene in it, which could be classed as not explicit, but kind of interesting, let's just say the least.
These Feri sure can jump.
I have noticed that her eyes are, like, always really, really closed in this version. I think that's another reason why it doesn't look right. Maybe a model always closed her eyes quite a lot, but we didn't really notice because the eye makeup, maybe, I don't know.
Scree, what's with the glowing stuff?
Happens when I'm close to stone figures resonating with Feri energy. It means I can temporarily transfer my soul into any statue formed from this material.
Cool.
Cool. Cool. Just wait till you see me do it. Then you'll see what I'm made of. Cool.
Okay. Go ahead, that's a fine statue, a lovely glow.
I can't do it yet. I need the essence from more ferri lodestones before I can shift form.
Okay, calm down. I'll take your word for it. Rocky.
If only she knew.
No, I can't do it. Did that cutscene happen a bit early? Or maybe not, I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while with Solem. But there were certain sentences in there that were mixing a bit, weren't there? I don't think they were meant to. Maybe that was my PS2 again, being a dick. Because I know if your PS2 has a hard time sometimes loading the cutscenes, sometimes the sentences will mix into each other. And I know my PS2 has been having a lot of issues recently. I've even had to recalibrate the laser and stuff like that just to get it fucking working again. CD games do not work on it anymore, which sucks. Like the Blue Disc PS2 games or PS1 games as well. Like, just don't work. And I know there's a few games that were Blue Disc that I actually do play, which sucks because I can't play them anymore. Now that I think about it, isn't that a Tomb Raider sound effect for that door? And I mean Tomb Raider like 2 or something like that. Oh, there's Hearn. Do you normally actually see him?
Yeah, okay, that was quite impressive. A rock of many talents.
I don't know if you actually ever see him, like, in the building like that. Like, I'm sure he isn't spawned just yet. Maybe I'm wrong again, I don't know. But that feels different.
Apinag sanbinan hovnilak, trasus any inonak, apinagdi, trasus any inonak, apinagdi, trasus any inonak, apinag sanbinan hovnilak, trasus any inonak, apinagdi, trasus any inonak, apinagdi, trasus any inonak, apinag sanbinan hovnilak, trasus any inonak, apinagdi, trasus any inonak,
found this.
Apinagdi. Quipsan Binan! You! Why do you interrupt my ritual? What is this? What have you found? This is Jared's. Where did you find it?
It was lying in an old ruin. There was blood and signs of a battle, and corpses.
My son?
No. 3 huntsmen had fallen in combat, but this was the only sign of Jared.
I must discover my son's fate. And find those who have wronged him.
Lord Hearn, how is Lady Divina coping with your son's disappearance?
My wife keeps her own counsel these days.
Well, the last time we saw her... What the...
Have the gods answered my pleas, or do they mock me?
Scream? What just happened? What's he talking about?
Show me your arms, half-breed.
Half-breed, there he goes again.
Can you...
Strength, stamina, and if I dare say it, you're far more pleasing on the eye. Sadly, as you may have noted with Hearn, the Ferri aren't renowned for their good nature. My point precisely.
What the fuck? Hello, I'm normal Jen. I just have horns and a few horns in my face. How do you do? Really? Like, I'll just say the demon form in this version looks fucking pathetic. Like, it's just Jen. Like, what the fuck, man? And I just realised something, it's not in Japanese, is it? Even though I say it's a Japanese before. So I'm gonna say it in Japanese again, and then hopefully, maybe it's because I've already saved it in English, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look pathetic, but oh, come on. Like, it's meant to look demonic. Like, I look like I'm wearing a Halloween costume. That's seriously what it looks like. Like, oh, I'll just sellotape horns onto my face and just get like a horn kind of hat or something, and I'm done. Like, apparently that's how you do it. That makes sense. I'm not very impressed with the demon form version in this version. Like, if they'd done the same thing to Aether, because Aether's form actually looked really, really cool. It looked very demonic, let's just say that. And Wraith-like. And if they prettied up that version as well... What the fuck, dude? Like, why did they do that for the Japanese version? Why did they make the demon forms just kind of prettier? They're meant to be demonic, dude. That's the whole point. She's in demon fucking form. You know. Okay, well, that doesn't work then. Apparently, if you save it in English, you can't ever have it in Japanese again, which is good. Okay, well, I guess I ain't doing that then. Right, let's activate this. She's a lot more glowy, though. Like I said, she feels a lot more bright in this version. There we go. It's very bright, actually, that glow. I've got such glow. Where's my music? Oh, there we go. I couldn't actually hear it then. But I think it was because of all the fighting. Right, let's absorb. Oh shit, it's not the X button, is it? It's the O button. There we go. Oh shit, I don't think I'm meant to be seeing through that, am I? Alright. Drain corpse. Yes. I mean, it's still the same game, but I think it's a bit pointless that they tried to make Jen more prettier, because I'd class that as a fucking insult, that. Like, was she not good enough? You know. Like, I don't know, I think the character was pretty to begin with. Like, the whole kind of...
In your new form, I'm sure you'd be capable of that jump we saw those Ferai make.
Yeah, I know. The whole kind of goth look and stuff like that was the whole point of the character. She was meant to look like that. It was part of the character. And now they've just kind of give it no meaning. Like, she's just kind of... She still wears the clothes, but she... I don't know. Like, she doesn't really have that look anymore. I mean, maybe she's on well, like one of the days where she can't be asked to play makeup on it. I don't know, like her gothic makeup maybe. But that took you a while.
Can't move it.
Seeing as though I wasn't trying to do that, I was trying to break this. There we go. Oh, fuck's sake. No point to it. Wait, why am I... Oh, good. Good camera angle! Wasn't planning on that happening, by the way. That feels a bit faster. Sometimes. I'm just trying to determine if that is faster. It feels a tiny bit faster. Though that did need to be faster. I think in the demo it was really fast, if I remember. Like, they really bumped up the speed for it, so I don't know why they just didn't keep that. Okay, so to lock on it's kind of inverted as well. It's the circle button instead of the square button. Yeah, that's weird. Oh shit. I need to start countering again, I forgot about that. Oh, is the blood still in it? Okay. Where the fuck is Scree? Oh, we're gonna play this again? This is one of the problems in this game. Like, this is in the English version as well. The AI can fuck you over sometimes. Wow, how far back were you? Like, if it takes a long time to load, they're really far back. Are you serious, dude? I haven't opened the fucking door for you. Are you blind? There we go. I have to go all the way back now. I always thought, like, if the energy, like, stopped following you, you'd never get the rest of the energy, but I don't think that's the case. I think you always get the energy as soon as you run past it. There we go. So yeah, other than the stupidly non-color coded subtitles, whoa, what the fuck is wrong with you, Scree? You okay? You a bit scared? You having a seizure? You okay? There we go. I just don't know what was wrong with Scree there, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, apart from the weirdly non-color coded subtitles, which you can kind of get past, and the fact that they kind of messed up who Jen is meant to be, like, yeah, it's the same game. It does kind of look nicer in certain parts. Though again, I need to play the other game again to kind of really confirm that. But I'm just kind of wondering what the fuck A for Demon Form looks like. And it kind of feels like the enemies are slightly easier. Like, I've not had to counter or anything, really. I've not got a chance to counter yet, actually. Apart from one time where I fucked it up. Right. I think there's an energy crystal around here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Yay! Weirdly enough, they do have the yellow subtitles because they're there. They just chose not to use them. Wow! That took a shit ton of damage. I mean, a shit ton of health. That did a shit ton of damage, I should say. I mean, yeah, he's one of the easier enemies, but still, I don't ever remember it doing that much. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's a bit more like it. But that did so much damage to him. I may be speaking a bit weird as well because I'm using a headset right now. And I can barely hear myself. So I may be saying certain things a bit weird. I know I say S's really annoying. That was good English. I annoy myself with the way I say S's when I'm wearing the headphones. Because it's very s.
Ahi pagdidi ke malakbenan gili.
These are people loyal to Hearn. They won't let us through unless we can prove our allegiance.
Okay. Well then, I think we can call this a stream for this right now. Because I wasn't planning on playing it this long, actually. I know I say that a lot, but yeah, I still can't get over the demon form in this one. I mean, it's not bad. It's just unnecessary, let's just say. It's not pathetic the way I said it. I think it was my... It was my response there, kicking in. Like, it's not pathetic, but it's unnecessary. Come on. She's meant to be demon form. Though at least the top looks a bit more... Right now it's a bit more greenish. But, yeah, like, she's meant to be in demon form. Why have you just kind of made her normal? With a few horns. At least we know one thing. It was our texture work that made her look like a demon. Pretty damn good texture work as well. So, yeah. And even her skin colour is just kind of normal. I'm sure in demon form, like, her skin kind of goes greyish. But it's just normal right now. I don't know. Anyway, that's Saints. I might play a bit more of it. I might... No, I don't know. I'm not disappointed by this version at all. I think this... Wait a minute. Isn't that just normal Jen in the background from the English version? I think it is. So they've not changed that. That's kind of weird, actually. But yeah. Like... I'm definitely not disappointed by this at all. Like, apart from the textures, maybe, when it comes to Jen. Like, the textures, other than that, seem kind of better, actually, slightly. Like, if it didn't have the Jen thing, where they try to pretty her up, even though she's okay anyway, this probably would have been the definitive version. And if they still had the colour-coded subtitles. Because, I don't know, it just feels a bit more complete. I mean, it has the English and Japanese, though I think our version has other languages as well, so... I don't know. I don't know now, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe it's a little incomplete when I think about it. But there are some cool changes, like the title. I will admit, the title font for Saints looks way better than Primal's title font. But I don't know about the name. Like, Primal kind of fits it a bit more. Mind you, Saints, I don't know. No, Saints doesn't fit, actually. Like, who's supposed to be the Saint? Am I supposed to be the Saint? Because that is just, if you've played the story, it's pretty much not true. I mean, she's definitely a good character, like, she's a good guy, but she's not a saint, let's just say. And it says saints as if there's multiple, so, I don't know. Whereas Primal, it kind of makes sense, because you've got your primal demonic forms and stuff like that, so, yeah. Like, that font is so much better. That background is so much better as well. The only problem is it doesn't change colours. Like, I did notice that when I was playing the English version. Like, that background has either red or blue, depending on if you quit back to it. Like, if you quit back to it from the actual game, it goes blue instead of red. And I don't know why. It's a little thing that they put in, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next stream. Like, I would like to do a stream today. Oh god. I'd like to do a stream today, but I don't know if it's possible yet. I'll have to check. I mean, if I don't stream any more today, I'll probably stream tomorrow. I just wanted to get like a Wildcard Wednesday done, and I know it was definitely different for this one, because I usually do quite a few games. But I wanted to show this one off because I've been wanting to play this for a while, and I finally got my hands on it today. And my PS2 was like, no, I don't want to play this, so I had to stand it up, and it was like, yeah, I'll play it now, and I'll play it perfect. Because my PS2 is a fucking asshole. Anyway, yeah, do I like this version as much as the English version? I'll have to play it till the end, probably. Though some of the things do look pretty cool. Like, I don't know, some of the visual effects do feel a little bit more polished. Though in turn it kind of seems like it's affecting the frame rate a bit. So, or maybe I'm talking out my ass. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. It's been about 2 months since I played this game. So I'll have to find out. But it did feel a bit more polished in certain areas. Anyway, bye-bye. And it'd help if I had my bloody mouse on so I could actually cancel this. Well, not cancel it, because I just made a stream. And I don't want to cancel the stream. Okay. Come on, mouse. Come on, Trap Ball, you're supposed to be better than that other mouse. That was you.